I hope you're all doing well. I just want to go over what a typical meal for me looks like and how I put it together and the methods that I use to cook it. So I'm going to start with steaming some carrots. I don't know if you guys have a little steam basket thing like this, but it's super helpful. So I kind of already got the water going. I usually just use about 1.5 to 2 inches of water. And I'm going to add some broccoli to this after the fact. But I'm just going to put the carrots in first because they will take a little bit longer. So put that right in there. And they don't take too long. I usually just keep checking it to see when it's done, but it's usually, I don't know, maybe 6-7 minutes, not very long at all. And then I always saute everything in coconut oil, because it does not change its structure in heat like olive oil can if you use it at too high of heats. Olive oil can be okay for like really low temperatures, but I like the taste of coconut oil and it's a pretty safe bet, so that's why I use that. So toss a pretty big tablespoon right in there, and I'll let that get all nice and melty. And then what I'm going to add to that pan right there, a bunch of cut up purple cabbage. Just dump that all right in. Alright, and I'm going to give that just a minute before I add some other things to it. So we'll check back in just a minute. Can you guys see me through all this steam over here? Alright, so my carrots have been going for a couple minutes, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some broccoli to that. Just right on top there. And steaming actually retains the most nutrients in your food, so much better than boiling. Another reason why I like that little basket thing that's in there. It keeps the food from soaking in the water, which would soak out a lot of the nutrients. And then, so the cabbage has been going, and here, let's see, it's looking pretty good. I like to keep it covered, but I'm going to add a bunch of portobello mushroom that I already cut up, and just right in there. And right now I'm cooking this on 4, but I'll probably lower it to 3, maybe even 2 when it gets going a little more, but usually, 3 or 4, something like that, especially with the coconut oil is what I like to cook things on. I'm just thinking now that this would have been really amazing with some onion and garlic in it, but I did not cut that up yet, so that's alright, next time.
Yeah, oh, I've been shaking, I love it when you go crazy, you take all my inhibitions, baby, there's nothing holding me back, you take me places that tear up my reputation, manipulate my decisions, baby, there's nothing holding me back.
Oh, is this thing still recording? Whoops, I'll have to cut that part out. Alright, so everything is all cooked up, and that really only took about 10 to 15 minutes, so not long at all. Then I'm going to show you how I put it all together. I also have this sweet potato that I just cooked the other day, so that was in the fridge, and typically how I cook that is I just dice it up, lather it in coconut oil, and I do it in the oven at 350 for, I usually set the timer for 20 minutes. It usually ends up being more like 30, but at 20 minutes I check it, toss it all around, and check it a couple times after that. But then to put it all together, I start with a bowl of baby spinach. I'm going to add some of my sweet potatoes. I feel like I'm on my own cooking show right now. This is so much fun. Some broccoli and carrots that have been steamed. Try to make it look nice and pretty. for the video. Actually, I try to make it look pretty all the time, no matter what, but sometimes it works better than others. Purple cabbage and mushrooms. And then I have some basil and cilantro, which adds a bunch of flavor. Just rip it up on there. I'll mix it all in as soon as I dig in. But herbs are a really great way to add a bunch of flavor to your vegetables and anything really. Basil. Maybe a little bit more of this. And then to top it, I just take some olive oil. This olive oil is really good for adding after the fact, super good for you, just not good for cooking with. Some pink Himalayan salt. And some pepper. Alright, look at that. Pretty beautiful, huh? Lots of nice colors, got some purple, orange, green, lots of herbs. Super anti-inflammatory, lots of antioxidants, like pretty stoked on this right now. And then to go with it, I have a piece of salmon. It's just like a smoked salmon that I got at the store, definitely wild caught, ethically sourced. And then a little cup of sauerkraut. And the sauerkraut I've been eating right now is this one called 30 Acre Farm. It might just be in Maine, but it's definitely my favorite right now. And if you've been eating sauerkraut and like you're having a hard time getting into it, I definitely recommend trying other brands. Because sometimes a certain brand can be a little bit mushy, but once you find one that's crisp and fresh, and you'll start to love it, because I really actually crave this brand now. So that is it. This is what a typical meal for me looks like. And I'm really excited to enjoy this right now. I wish you guys were all here to enjoy it with me. I'd totally cook for you if you were. But here, if you want a little bit of a closer shot. All right, there she is. Made with love. So much love. All right, thanks for watching. And I think I'll make another post at some point explaining why I choose the foods that I chose. But for right now, we'll keep it to just this, and I'll get into that in more detail at some other point. But feel free to message me, comment, reach out, let's chat. I love talking about food and health and gut health, so looking forward to hearing about what you guys like to cook. All right, have a great rest of the day, everyone. Peace.